And 20th take. So this video now is gonna be about death and dying. So it's not, well, I wouldn't say it's not gonna be a happy video because we are gonna be talking about heaven. So the reason why I wanted to do this, I had an aunt pass away recently, and while she was in the hospital, I was in school and working, and would, after school or work, go over and be with my family and be with her, and we just visit and have a good time before we would send her off. But when it was maybe a couple days before she passed, I had looked up some verses, and really it just kind of happened. I was just kind of, it's one of those things where you hear somebody is like, oh, I just opened to this and it came to me, and like I had been in a book of the Bible for a different video that I don't think I've done yet, and I had bookmarked it, and I was looking through it again, and I saw these verses, and I thought it was perfect. It was amazing, and it talks about, you know, having a new body in heaven and whatnot. But so I was writing those down to keep them, and I was like, I'm gonna do a video soon about this, and then I had it in my head like I was gonna do it right away, but it didn't happen right away, obviously. But so I'm doing it now. Better late than never. And I wanted to talk a little about like mourning people before I get into that, because it's okay to mourn even if you know that they're going to heaven, because you're upset that they're not going to be here with you anymore, and you're not going to be able to see them every day like you would, and that's tough, and it's not something that's easy to talk about. I've had some family members that I've really loved pass away, and I've had a very close friend pass away also. And I've been okay mainly from my family members, because I knew they were probably going to pass soon anyways, because they were very sick, and I knew where they were going though, and I was okay until, you know, you get to the funeral and everybody's crying. Well, I was okay then. It was just when a certain song or something would play, I'd break down, and it wasn't pretty, but I've gotten, I don't like to show emotion, like sad emotion a lot, so that last video I didn't like, but because I don't like to be vulnerable, I guess that you would say, I don't know, I don't like to be sad. I'm usually a happy person. I like to smile, I like to laugh, I like to make jokes, so I don't like to be sad, and who does, really? But I think the ones that I've been okay with, the deaths and stuff that I've been okay with, was because I knew where they were going, like I said before. But, and I knew it was their time, but my friend was really hard to deal with, and I know her family goes through a lot of hard times because of it, because she was so young, and it was just very strange, tragic accident. And I when I when I saw a Facebook post about keeping her in people's prayers, because she was in a car accident, I thought maybe it was just blown out of proportion, and that it was just like a fender bender, and she maybe got like a bruise or something, nothing real serious. Until people started texting and calling me, and I was like, I don't know any information. I didn't hear much. And then I found out that it was horrible, and then that's when I started to really pray about, I didn't want to lose a close friend. And I mean, I've had my heart broken before, and it's not fun. I cried a lot. But when I got the call that my friend had not made it, it wasn't like my heart was broken like before. It was like my heart had been ripped out of my chest, shredded into a million pieces, and stomped on, smashed, like it would never be the same again. And it really hasn't, but it really affected me. And I was sitting there on the phone, I'm like, I'm sorry, to my other friend, and she's telling me the same thing, and it didn't go anywhere. But it was not fun to go through that. But now we think about her and good times, and we know that she's partying it up with Jesus, and that's the cool part about it. We'll see her again someday, and hopefully someday really soon. Anyways, so like I said, I wrote this while my aunt was very, very sick and passing, and she passed, and people were very upset that she wasn't going to be here anymore. But we all knew, like, she was going to be in heaven. She's going to be dancing now, and it was going to be amazing. And she's going to be waiting for us. But anyways, so the verses I came to are in 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and chapter 5. But it starts with 2 Corinthians 4:10 through 12, and it says, "We always carry around in our body the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be revealed in our body. For we who are alive are always being given over to death for Jesus' sake, so that his life may also be revealed in our mortal bodies. So then death is at work in us, but life is at work in you." And that is just saying, what I get from it is that like death is trying to work on our mortal body down here on earth, and it's really working on us. But Jesus is also working on us, and he's working on our heavenly body that we'll have there with him. And I mean, that body's going to be so much better, We won't be crippled or sick, whatnot. We're going to be able to be perfect with Jesus, and it's going to be pretty awesome. And so then it goes down to 2 Corinthians 4:16 through 18. And it says, "Therefore we do not lose heart, though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." That's like a huge paragraph about hope. And, I always hear a lot of people saying, fix your eyes on heaven or things in heaven, not on what earthly things like that. And that's a lot of it, because the stuff down here, we can't take to heaven with us. We're not going to take our clothes, electronics, makeup, all this stuff with us. We're going to be made new in Christ and going to be perfect up there. And even though we may be, our days are numbered, and we may be wasting away day by day, but we're going to be a completely new, awesome creation in heaven again. And that's pretty amazing, huh? Alright, so the next one, wow, okay, I have chapter 5, all of it, and I guess I should have really highlighted a couple verses to read instead of reading the whole thing, because it's a little long to read on a video. If you want to go ahead and read it, you can go ahead. It's mainly talking about our new bodies. Our bodies down here, aren't going to be taken up with us. He's going to have a new body for us. And that's what I really liked about portraying what my aunt was going through, because she was not supposed to live past the age of 5. She died on her birthday at age 57. How amazing is that? And she had some problems with her heart, and she did have a stroke when she was very young. And so her left hand, her left hand was crippled of a sort. She couldn't really hold things, and it was always kind of clenched in a fist. And she had some problems, but she was all there. She was amazing, and I look up to her a lot because she did so much for the kingdom of God, and she all she wanted was her whole family and friends to be up there with her. And I can tell you now that I am going to be, and I am so excited, and I can't wait to be with my grandpa and one of my closest friends and my aunt and some other family members that have passed away already, and just have a big huge party up there. And I don't know, it's just gonna be so cool. And like I said in the beginning, this video was supposed to be about death and dying, and it is a scary thing to think about. It is not a happy thing usually. Some people don't know Christ and don't want to believe in him, and they passed, and they'll never get to be with him again because they didn't get the chance to, I guess I shouldn't say they didn't get a chance, because I'm sure they've had plenty of chances. They just didn't take the chances. And now they're going to live a painful eternity. And okay, eternity is a long time. It's forever. And we can't picture that in our minds because we know our days are numbered. We're going to die in a certain amount of time. And that's what we base our life around. We base our thinking around that. So we can't imagine how long eternity is. I can't, I don't even know how to explain it, because I don't know. It's just, I don't know. But, like, I heard one, I went to a lecture kind of thing one time, and he was saying, you know, everybody has chances to come to God and meet him so they can have eternity with him after they die, you know, after they're taken up. They have chances. And, you know, God gives us the free will. That's why we sin, and, you know, he gives us free will, and he gives us free will to choose him too in the afterlife. Afterlife? I don't know. But, the people who don't choose him, he's not going to force them to spend eternity with him. You know, if they don't want to spend now with him, and they don't choose to think about their eternity, he's not going to force them to spend eternity with him, which I'm just going to say would be infinity times more more better. Gosh, I can't believe I just said that. But it's true. It's going to be the best choice you could ever make in your entire life, to spend eternity with someone who's going to throw parties, and someone who's going to give you a perfect body, a fun, energized body. You're going to spend eternity in the most beautiful place you can ever imagine. And it's going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome. And if you don't choose that, then you'll never, ever, ever see it. You'll never be able to feel it. You'll never be able to smell it, taste it, anything. You won't be there. You'll be square. No, you're gonna be in torment, and you're gonna have to live with it for eternity. Think about that. Would you rather be in this amazing place? Think about it. Think about the coolest, beautifulest, awesomest place, and that's gonna be it. And would you rather go there, or would you rather go to a dark, hot, painful, just the most awful place you can imagine? Would you rather be there? Because I know I wouldn't. And that's why I'm excited that my family members and friends have gone to heaven, because they're not in that place. They're not in that eternal hell. And they're going to be so excited to see me when I get there. I'm going to be excited to see them. And, I'm not sad. I'm kind of sad that they're not here with me because I'm a selfish person, but I'm not sad where they are. I'm happy for them. So, in closing, this sounds like a paper. In conclusion, I wanted to say that it kind of goes along with the theme of this. My church in Perryville, the Baptist Church in Perryville, is doing a Judgment House this weekend, the 23rd or something like that. Like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're doing this Judgment House, and it's about a person who gives their life to Christ, and they get in a car wreck or whatnot, and it's really good. It's gonna be really fun. Okay, yeah. It's gonna be interesting, and I hope a lot of you come out. It starts at 6, I think. Yeah, it starts at 6 and goes till, I think, 9. But it's gonna be fun. I keep saying that. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Let's say it's gonna be interesting, and it's gonna be thought-provoking, and it's gonna be good. So, now I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about. So there's that. I know this video was a little all over the place, kind of. In one place, but yet all over the place. That's how my mind works. And so I'm hoping to do, like I always say, I'm hoping to do more. Let's hope it's sooner rather than later. But thank you for watching, listening, whatever you did. This is probably the longest video I've ever done in my entire life. Thank you, and God bless.